Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today another video about the shaper origin and router bits. A while back I posted a video about alternative router bits to the ones that Shaper Tools offers on their website. The ones from Shaper Tools are really expensive, they're also high quality, and I showed in the video a couple of alternatives if you don't have the same budget. Within that set of router bits that Shaper offers, there is the 16 by 16 millimeters clearing router bit, which is really expensive, $159. And I proposed an alternative from a company called ENT, which is about $50. Now, when I posted the video, a couple of Shaper Origin users commented and said, hey, we agree with you, that is really expensive, but it's also really, really good. We love the clearing router bit from Shaper for $159 because it's just a machine. They also remarked that this router bit has 3 blades, and the one I proposed has only 2 blades. So I thought, why don't I give it a try? I have not bought that bit until then, and so I was actually talking about something I didn't know because I didn't try it out. So I'm like, okay, I'll invest that money. I buy that router bit, and then I'll try it out and see if it's a lot better than the ENT. And this is a video explaining to you and comparing those 2 router bits. So we are talking about the one from Shaper Origin, the 16 by 16 millimeter clearing router bit, compared to the long shank router bit from the company ENT, which has 2 blades, not 3 like this one. It has also a longer shank, as you can see, so you can cut deeper, and it has also a longer cutting blade, the one from ENT compared to the one from Shaper Origin. So what did I do? I decided to cut exactly the same thing with both bits being new, not being used before. And I would compare it using 3 criteria. The comfort of cutting, how comfortable is it to cut with those bits? Then also the efficiency, so how fast is it? And third, the cut quality. Is there any difference in the cut quality? All right, what did I do? I took 2 pieces of limba wood. This one here and this one here. Of exactly the same size. Limba wood is a hardwood, it's a tropical wood, but within the tropical woods, it's not the hardest. And I decided to make 4 pocket cuts in each of those blocks, like this here. This being like a little tray where you can serve some food, some finger foods if you have guests. And those sizes here, they're 90 by 75 millimeters. And I decided to make them 36 millimeters deep. And I did a first pass with the first block using the ENT router bit. And then I did exactly the same with the Shaper Origin clearing bit to do this comparison. And what did I observe? I observed, first of all, how does it feel to cut? Is there any difference? Then, second of all, I wanted to see if there's any time difference. So I measured the time that I needed to cut both things exactly the same way. And then third, I also wanted to observe the cut quality. All right? What did I do to cut this so it's completely transparent? I first placed the 4 rectangles on the bar. Then I cut the interior, removed the interior from the wood using a regular pocket cut with 9 millimeter passes, reaching the depth of 36 millimeters. And I did first all those 4 holes. Then I did inline cuts, again with 9 millimeter passes to remove the outside to make it of the same size. And that's it. All right, so what did I find? First, I used the ENT bottom cleaning router bit to do those cuts. I obviously knew this already. I was using it before. It goes really well. I like this bit. But one observation I made is that if you do a plunge of 9 millimeters at once, it's hard on the material. Normally I don't do that. When I use this bit, I first choose 5 millimeters and then I might put 9 millimeters, go down. So I don't do it in one pass. I don't plunge it in one time because I noted that when you do this, there is resistance because like it has to drill into the wood, right? So that was as expected. I did expect that it would be hard, but it worked. I just had to hold it firm. After that, I cut it in the normal way I always do. It went well. It's obviously sharp, and it was able to remove all the material. When I switched to the one from Shaper Tools, which I had never used before, and I plunged it into the wood, I thought that I had like changed the setting. The setting was screwed up or something, and that it didn't drill into the wood. So I looked and I was like, oh, so the difference of cutting comfort between the one from Shaper and the ENT exists, right? Let's say it's the expensive one is like cutting a nice fillet, while this is cutting like a normal steak, like a T-bone or something. This is like butter. It was really like very little resistance. Clearly the advantage of this bit is that it has 3 blades and just removes material much more easily than this one. Was it awful? No, right? I was using this for a lot of time and it was just more comfortable. So I would say the expensive bit wins compared to the ENT one when it comes to cut comfort. Second, I wanted to compare the cut time. Will it take me much less time with the expensive one than this one because it's like faster? And the result is, I would say, more or less the same. So it took me 22 minutes and 37 seconds with the ENT one and 22 minutes and 12 seconds with this one. So I saved about 20 seconds. Now, this is not a completely clean experiment. To really know if this is faster, I would have to do many of these and measure through time because there's always variations of things and how you do when you work, you know, how you cut, which direction. And so it's not completely conclusive. I would say, given how close the times are, that there is no efficiency gain when you use this bit compared to this one. It is more comfortable, but you can cut in the same speed using the ENT one. Another advantage the ENT theoretically would have, which I didn't use here, is that it has a much longer cut blade. I would have been able to do the inline cuts with the ENT bit in 2 passes, while I need 3 passes if I use the one from Shaper. So that would be something where you even gain some time. I would say efficiency, it's the same. All right, is there any difference when it comes to cut quality? No. It's kind of hard to see on the picture, but I looked at it from very different angles and everything. There is like no difference when it comes to burning. There is no burning at all. There were like brand new bits, so no burning. No tearing, chipping out of wood. Nothing where I could say, well, this is clearly much nicer with the expensive one compared to the ENT one. So I would say when it comes to cut quality, there is no difference. All right, if I summarize, this is a really nice bit, the one from Shaper Tools. It is also 3 times more expensive than the one from ENT. So is it worth paying 3 times the money to have more comfort when cutting? That decision is completely up to you, obviously. My advice would be, if you do a lot of pocket cuts, if that is something you do because of the type of work that you do, then I would totally invest these $159 because it will be easier on your shaper, easier on your muscles, easier on the material, just more comfortable to do those pocket cuts, right? If doing pocket cuts is something that you do sometimes, like me, but not like all the time, like not in high frequency, then I don't think it's worth to spend $159. You can go with the ENT one that costs about $50, or you can spend the same amount of money, 150 about, and buy the set from ENT, which has, I think, 5 of those in different sizes, and you have one that is up to 22 millimeters, which that can obviously also provide a certain efficiency gains if you can remove 22 millimeters diameter bypass and not only 16, right? And you also have smaller ones that are all long shank, which is the advantage of being able to cut really deep, and I have a video about that showing how to do that. So overall, I would say this bit is nice. I agree with the comments that you have left in my video. It's a beast. So will I use this now? Of course, you bet. I paid for it, so I will use it. Would I have bought it if I know the comparison? Maybe not. I mean, I was really happy with the ENTs and I have the different advantages, like the different sizes and things. So possibly not, but I don't think it was a waste of money, so I will enjoy using it now that I have it. All right, I'll leave the links in the description to the shaper bits, to ENT, if you're interested in trying this out. Thanks for watching again. If you have any ideas of videos I should do about the shaper origin, just leave it in the comments. I always listen to my viewers, and I'm looking for ideas on what videos could be helpful to you. If you like this video, don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. See you around.